It's on a systematic level, these over-dimension moves. You just can't step. You gotta take now this 50-50 throw mix-up, or simply block a safe mid that low crushes and also is homing. You just remove so much counter strategy and counterplay, but it doesn't matter if you're an elite Tekken player. You're reduced to the same options as someone who's been playing the game for 2 months, who's an intermediate. Now it doesn't matter. There's no skill expression on the defensive side. What's up guys, MainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always, and then we continue the abysmal clusterfuck that is the launch of Season 2 for Tekken 8, and Harada has somewhat responded here. Took a little bit of time, but it's nice to finally get to see something. In any case, it is clear to me that the result is a disconnect between what the community wants and the tuning results. To say the least. I understand that whatever words I may be accused by the community about it, that it is not the essential issue and it is not the time to worry about it. Okay, so he's talking about the discourse between the developers and the community. We have our battle and tuning team, so these are the balancing guys, working around the clock to read through all of the feedback logs from the community and work on future policies and changes for the better. Okay, so that's it in terms of a response right now. All I could think yesterday after my stream, I was talking to a friend about it, and I was like, the game right now has like zero competitive integrity. No one wants to see this game played at a tournament. Like, this doesn't work, right? And you think of like Season 1 Dragunov, you know, Dragunov 8, where there was Dragunov mirror matches everywhere. Season 3 of Tekken 7, when that launched way back in the day, and we got launched Leroy, and in a top 8 at EVO Japan there were 6 or 7 Leroys. They buffed Geese, who was already one of the like top 1, top 2 characters in the game. We had to pay $5 for frame data. They gave us homing hell sweeps on all the Mishimas. There were a lot of things they did wrong, so it's like a toss-up. These two patches just, they're so diarrhea, right? To say the least. But there was in one instance I felt this patch is so atrocious, and it's the timing. The timing is so fucking bad. Because Tekken 7 had 2 years in arcades, and then it has 1 year of Season 1, and then comes Season 2 of Tekken 7, and it ironed out a lot of the problems. And it stabilized Tekken as a game. But the thing with Tekken 8 is that it was not in arcades. It gets its Season 1, and it introduces more things than ever before. Really huge shakeup on the characters, but also they want us to play very aggressively. And they introduce heat to make this vision as clear as possible, right? And here we are supposed to get a Season 2 that polishes whatever the fuck Season 1 was. And now we get the truly polished experience with Season 2, where Tekken 8 matures into the competitive game we all want. But instead, what happens? Someone at Bandai Namco goes, on a system level, we're gonna make it better for defenders. We reduce chip damage. We buff the sidesteps and you get a punish UI. But then there's someone else that negates all of this goodwill by giving all of the characters super broken new moves. And now it doesn't matter how much you buff a sidestep because there is no counterplay. This was also something sad to realize, that they haven't learned their lessons. We've seen so many broken things before, like Akuma, Leroy, you know, and they've had 30 years of experience. We know the leader of the balance team has been there since Tekken 6. And with all of the trial and error he's had now for 15 years, how do we still end up with attacks like this in the game? Where there's nothing you can do about it. The same person that thinks that move is okay also obviously thinks it's okay that King, when he's in heat, has a homing muscle buster. And as I tried to explain to you guys yesterday in my little rant about Season 2 how, you know, an intermediate player is misguided. And how he goes up against King, you know. I can't break throws, you know, I can't deal with those throws. So I'm gonna duck because I'm an intermediate player. I don't use sidesteps. I play Tekken like it's Street Fighter. But we're all about to do that with this patch. But anyway, that's what I'm trying to explain here, and that was misguided, right? Ducking, because then King can launch you with this stuff if you try to duck his throws. That's why we sidestep throws, because throws have no tracking. So now I don't have to deal with your throw mix-up, because it's a 50-50. You can't tell by the throw animation, right? It's a 50-50. Shining Wizard or Giant Swing. So you step. If you step, you actually option select those throws. You don't have to deal with that mix-up. And he also, in turn, can't threaten you with this, launchers, and he has to just do this. Like, was a very nice option select that rewarded strategic play against King. But now, you know, they just pop heat, and all of that is out the door. Because now he just locks you down with the throws. You just can't step. You gotta take now this 50-50 throw mix-up, or simply block a safe mid that low crushes and also is homing. So this is what I tried to explain yesterday, that you just remove so much counter strategy and counterplay, but it doesn't matter if you're an elite Tekken player. You're reduced to the same options as someone who's been playing the game for 2 months, who's an intermediate. Now it doesn't matter. There's no skill expression on the defensive side. We are all relegated to being intermediate Tekken players. It's on a systematic level, these over-dimension moves. The person who thought that Jack move was okay, he thinks a homing throw mix-up for King is okay. And as I saw yesterday, I tried to explain this earlier on the stream. So I had the honor of going up against this yesterday. For some reason, all the Zafinas were hell-bent on doing this new mid, which is back 1+2, this mid. This mid also falls in line with the other things we just discussed, like Jack's new moves, like King's homing giant swing. The person who designed those attacks probably designed this move as well. So it has about 3 to 4 meters of range. It's a mid that knocks down wall splats. It is also homing, even though it has 4 meters of range and wall splats. It is also homing. And not only that, if you block it, Zafina is +4. Like, I shit you not, this attack exists. I was on the receiving end of this yesterday, and I had to consult replay because I was just like, surely there's some counterplay here. I must be doing something wrong because he's just locking me down, and I felt like I was frame trapped. I felt like, was he using a homing that was plus on block? Surely that can't be in the game now. And then lo and behold, it is there. That's a wall splatting mid. I don't know the combo. You pick up and you do whatever, I don't know the combo. But yeah, it's an infinity reach mid homing wall splat that is +4 on block. It is no coincidence. It is no anomaly that you get that Jack move, because the same person that designed that Jack move thinks that this move is okay. And also thinks that King having a homing throw mix-up is okay. And probably the same person felt that Clive having the most suffocating neutral in the game, be it long range, be it mid range, right? Be it in heat, with all of the options. That person felt that Clive, you know, on top of all of the bullshit, should have this move. 60 damage made counter hit that is +4 on block. Right? Even though he has 1+2, a safe demon breath. There's someone in that team, who knows who it is, or if it's the group, I don't know, who is hell-bent on throwing in the most broken fucking shit that... I guess the final question I have is, who cares if you buff sidesteps? Who cares how much you buff sidesteps when you put in attacks like this? Did you guys see that Zafina move I just showed you? What are buff sidesteps going to do against a 4-meter wall-splatting homing mid that's +4 on block? What exactly am I going to do with buffed sidesteps? And this is what the balancing team has to wrestle with now. What exactly do you want to do with Tekken 8? If you want to go hell-bent on aggression, yeah, just fucking do it. But yeah, is that a game anyone is gonna wanna play? Outside of like turbo casuals, because the attacks looked so cool. But everything that was Tekken is going to be gone, basically, right? Or are you gonna listen to vocal critics who say that, you know guys, you wanted aggression in Tekken 8, you know what? You got it. Season 1 was overwhelming, you got it. But don't dial it up. Listen to some of your critics who say, you know what, you got a more aggressive game, now take it down a notch. Take it down a notch. That's the direction you want to go in. So the person who did the systematic defensive buffs here, sidewalks, less chip damage, punish UI, give that guy a raise and have him do more. And the other person who went on a character level and just giga buff, giga buff, giga buff, more, god button, that guy has to stop. That guy has to fucking stop.